All right. So as you saw in the first video, we crafted the video through ChatGPT. So now I went ahead and record myself already. So I don't need to teach you the recording part. You just stick the phone in front of you and start talking and reading. Now you bring these videos to your laptop. I use a MacBook, so my process is a little bit different than PC. For PC, you will use either email to yourself or however you transfer a file to your PC. I do AirDrop with MacBook. I AirDrop it to my computer and it goes into my download file. When it goes into my download file, I go ahead and drag and drop. Remember, we got to stick to our religion, right? So we're going to go here. We're working on the seventh part. So we're going to go down and do airdrop, and then you just drag it here, just like that, okay? When you go, you do the same thing again. So you're going to do the next one, right? And how do you know where you're at? You count. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So now we're doing number 8, right? So we're doing number 8. We're gonna go ahead and answer this one, take this one. Boom. I do one at a time because it's a lot easier. You don't get lost, just like that. We're building our video. We're not worrying about taking care of details of perfection, right? So we're just bringing down the video to make sure it's in the right sequence. We're gonna continue until we get the last piece in. Wash, rinse, and repeat. Add another one, click outside, bring the section, boom. So we got all this right here, right? We're going to do this. So we go ahead and continue. Wash, rinse, and repeat until we have the last spot in. So we go here. Boom. It's coming down right here. You see? So it's coming down. We're going to continue. There we go. We're going to show in the finder. And then we're going to do a drag and drop. So we're going to drag and drop. Go down to the next one. Click airdrop. And here we go. Repeat the process. Drag and drop. Click OK. Move it over. Add another one. All the way till you get the last piece in. All right, so it's coming. Click here. It's bringing it in over. As you can see here, it's coming through. Here we go. Show in the finder. Grab it. Drag it. Next one. It might seem like a lot, but right now we're at 1 minute and 34 seconds. By the time we're done editing, it's going to be a shorter video. There's a lot of gaps. Done. Add another one. Then we're gonna do one more. Looks like we're almost there. All right, come on, buddy. Pull that train. It's coming. Here we go. Showing the finder. Grab it. Go. Good. Go back. Here comes the last one. Ring it. Here we go. All right. Drag and drop. Here comes the last one. All right. So we're done with the transferring. As you can see here, now we have our whole video. I want you to pay attention to this number. It says 1 minute and 52 seconds, right? So we're going to extend this up. We're going to move this up right here. And the first thing we're going to do is remove all the gaps, okay? And I want you to pay attention here. 1 minute and 52 seconds, right? So we're going to remove the first 9 seconds and you're going to see the numbers start going down, okay? So we're going in here. We're going to go remove the gap. Now you see that went down to 149 now, right? All the numbers and the dots. That's the only thing you're removing, okay? The numbers and the dots. And that's removing any gaps in your videos. Boom, boom. See that? Very simple, guys. All I've done is point, click, delete. So you can see here, I'm already 44 seconds in. We took it down almost 4 seconds. I believe this one is going to go down to 1.5 minutes, 90 seconds, just like we told it to craft the video, right? As you can see, it's going down gradually. And all we're doing is taking out the gaps. Now, once we got the gaps done, we're going to put the videos all together. So we're almost there. It took our video from 1 minute and 52 seconds to 125. Is that pretty amazing or what? So now I'm going to go to the under and I'm going to ask the underlord to combine all the scenes into one scene. Okay. So combine all scenes into one scene. Hit enter, and that's exactly what's going to do. So you're going to see here that all these little gaps here are going to go. You see that? So it's processing, right? As you can see. There you go. Look at that. Isn't that cool? All right. So now I have one whole video, guys, with 1 minute and 25 seconds. Now, the next step, if you're doing simple editing, you don't need to do. But the next step is very simple, is I'm going to remove the background from this video, right? Because for me, I put the B-roll back scene. right? For you, if you're doing simple video, you don't need to do that, okay? So I'm gonna tell it to right now, go ahead. We're done with this bottom piece right here. So we're gonna reduce it so we can have real estate here, right? So now I'm gonna ask, can you remove the background of this video? And that's exactly what it's gonna. The Lord will make your wish his command. Okay. So now you can see I have a video and I have no background. Okay. Pretty simple as that. So now what are we gonna do? We're gonna work branding. We're gonna work on the branding. So we're done with this. But now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go get our branding. So I always keep a branding inside of every video folders, right? So whether I go to day 1, day 2, day 3, it doesn't matter. The branding is always gonna be there. You can see I have my logo. I'm gonna bring my logo down here. Let me go ahead and throw this in this folder right here. So I got my branding right here and I got my background right here. So now what we're gonna do here, we're gonna brand this video. We're gonna go ahead and drag and drop just like that. Let's make some more room. We can take out the underlord. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna view the entire video so we can see what we're doing. We're looking at the entire real estate. So we're gonna line this up. Pay attention. This is very hard now. We're gonna do copy and then we're gonna do paste. We're gonna drag and drop. Boom. Copy, paste. Then drag and drop. We now have a background for the entire video. But what do we have to do now? We have to layer it, right? Gonna start with the first one and we're gonna hit right click, layer order, and then we're gonna send it to the back. So what I do with the very first one is I go ahead and adjust it. I'm gonna make it to where it fits inside. So with this, it's gonna do that for the entire video. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this like this. You always wanna leave a small black gap. You see how I put the outer, right? You always want to do that. It keeps the branding coordination, right? So now I'm gonna go ahead, reorder this. I'm going to put it to the back and look what happens. It automatically fits because it did it for the entire video. So now my framework is done. What am I going to do now? I'm going to add the logo, drag and drop, and I'm going to sit that logo right over it because this is the logo that I want. It looks better. So I'm going to go ahead and stretch it out a little bit. You want it to where it doesn't cover the lettering. Now, a lot of people ask me, why does everybody have Elevate with PPP.com? Because that is how we drive people to the community. When they get to that funnel, to that squeeze page, it's going to ask them, who referred you? That's when they put your name. So we know that it's always going to get credited to you. So that's why this is very important because this is what keeps our community safe. What did I just do right now? I did a complete brand from beginning to the end. Because if I go here, this is how you audit it. You drag your thing and you make sure that the whole brand goes across. So we have a video and now we have a brand. What is the next step? You want to make sure you do this at this very moment is you're going to do captions. Otherwise, you're going to be doing the adjustment on the captions on every slide. You want to do caption like right now. This is really important because most people forget to caption and then they have to go edit each scene after they chop, right? We want to do that right here so that when you have your captions, so as you can see, we're going to choose the captions. I usually choose this or this. So this is the bold italic or the impact yellow. I usually do the yellow. It's all going to bring it in at a 60 size font. So what am I going to do here? Welcome to the club, Razy. We're doing a recording for the community. So now I change it to 100 font, okay? So when we got the font here, you want to extend it a little bit. Give it some room to breathe, but you want to extend it from the side to side wall. Now, whether you decide to put it up here, down here, that's up to you. Right now, it looks better right here, but I don't want to cover my Adidas logo because the Adidas is actually my brand, right? So that's all part of my brand. This is what most people remember me as. Does that make sense, guys? This is what they remember me as, okay? So now, what did I just do? I killed one bird with a big stone. I just did the entire scripting for the entire video. This is huge because what's the next step now is doing my CTA and then doing my thumbnail. So this is all part of the Descript editing. We're gonna break this up into two sections. We're gonna break it up into the thumbnail, then the basic editing. So right now we're doing the basic editing, but we're gonna go look at our CTA. So where's our CTA? Right here. So if you're tired of robbing Peter to pay Paul, we gotta do some editing here, right? It's not PayPal, right? So we're gonna go ahead and go here. There you go. So you're gonna highlight it, correct it. You're gonna come in here and then type in Paul and then hit it to correct. right? Then do the same thing here. You see where it says comment? It's supposed to say comment, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to go in here and we're going to change it to comment and then hit correct and always hit done writing. Okay. So now we got our CTA. We're going to hit a forward slash. This is going to create a scene. So this is going to be our CTA scene, right? So now we want to see what we're doing. We're going to go fit scene. You see here, fit scene at the bottom, right? So now I can see the entire scene. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the length of the scene. So I'm going to go here and I look at 1 minute 14 seconds. And then here is 1 minute and 25 seconds. So we're looking at 11 seconds, correct? 11 seconds for the CTA, right? So I'm going to break up that CTA into 2 sections. I'm going to go right down the middle. So 114 plus 5.5, that's 119. So we're going to do like right here. I will do 120, okay? I'm going to go ahead and slice and dice it. Now, let me give you an example. When I slice and dice, I like to work on the transition, right? The first thing is the exit transition. I always use cross zoom and I always change this to 125%. This is what it will do. So when you
The
see this,
blueprint included.
that's like the exit, right? Now, if I'm slicing and dicing the CTA, I'm not going to put cross zoom. I'm going to put cross color and use your brand color, right? So when I go in here, I can't see my transition. So I'm going to go to the Hollywood square and there goes my transition right here, right? So I'm going to go ahead and cross color dip and I'm going to pick my brand color. So now this is what it's going to look like. When I go in here and I play,
Every time you make a comment impact, and we'll provide you.
so that way I know it is part of that scene, but it hasn't changed to the next scene. So now I can grab my transition right here. So I'm going to go right here to Hollywood Square and I'm going to go grab my transition and put cross zoom 25 again. You guys will sound, I'm a very boring guy. Everything sounds the same, right? But its repetition is very important. Okay. So now I have my transition as I am slicing dicing for my CTA, right? So now I'm going to go to the beginning of my video and guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to put my transition to cross zoom. That's how I want to open up the video. Okay. So now when I open up the video, you're going to see here and I hit play.
From a stuck in doubt
Boom.
to showing up like a CEO. What if
It jumps right in. This is what grabs people attention. You want like some serious moving. I mean, think about it. If you're snoring, who's going to follow you? Nobody's going to follow you when you snore, right? But when you're yawning and you're going, "Ah, yeah, they don't follow you. They follow your lips." So we got the CTA, right? So there's 2 parts to the CTA. You have the brief of the CTA. So tired of robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? Or checking your bank account. Then the second part of the CTA is comment impact. And you guys are very fortunate. I got the impact from Breezy. Breezy is the impact guy. I never started to use impact, but it seems to have a very high conversion. I've converted my last 6 customers with impact. Thank you. Now, you see we have a scene. So it said the scene right here. You see? We're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to combine this. We're going to merge it with the scene after. Why? Because I want to cut that right where it says comment. So now you can see I can cut it right there, right? I'm going to go change my transition because the color dip moved to the end. So I'm going to do cross zoom. I'm going to do 125. And then I'm going to go right here and then put cross color and my goal, right? And boom, we fixed that. Done. Go back to the video. Boom, done. That's it, right? So now let's work on that CTA. Now we've been talking about it. Let's go ahead and take caption, right? We've been talking about it long enough. What we're going to do, we're going to go to element. In the element, we're going to click on a square. We're going to line it up right here and we're going to put that CTA right there. We're going to put it there. So because my background is black, I'm going to make my CTA white. White is my brand. Does that make sense? Now, the other options I could do is I can use the same gold, right? So if I use the same gold, it's part of my brand, right? In this case here, it might make more sense to use gold. But when I use the white for the text, watch this, okay? So this one, it says, if you're tired, right? So we're going to go ahead and add condense and we're going to make it bold, right? And we're going to put if you're, or no, we don't need to do the whole sentence. So tired to rob Peter to pay Paul, right? So obviously the fonts are too big. We're going to try to do 100. Looks like we got a sentence, right? So tired of Peter to pay Paul, but how do we make it appear? Because if you put it like this, it's hard to see, right? The white is hard to see. It's hard to see, right? So what do? 100 might be too big, right? So what we do is we're going to go ahead and make it bigger and make it 2 lines. So now it's Paul. So we're going to make it more wordy, right? So we're going to go right here and reduce it. And now it looks a little bit better. So we need to make that box a little bit bigger, right? So we need to make that box a little bit bigger. But look what we're doing, okay? This is really important. This is all part of branding and CTA. So now we're going to go to effects and put in a shadow. Right now it says 30% black. We want it 100% black, okay? Watch what it just did. Is that much easier to read? Let's go back to the shadow. We got the black, right? And it looks like there's still a blur. We're going to put a 0 blur. Boom. Actually, we're going to put maybe a 20% blur. See, so now that pops out, right? We may even do 30%. Let's try 30% and see what that does. Oh, this is much better, right? So now you can actually see this. Does that make sense? You can actually see this. But guess what? That's not the only part of that CTA. So we're going to go to this scene and we're going to go view scene so we can see the whole thing now, right? And we're going to look at where the verbiage is in the entire scene. So what are we going to do is we're going to make this halfway. Tired of robbing Peter to pay Paul, correct? So now we go to this scene. We're going to take this, copy, and paste it. Instead of working hard, we're going to work smart. So now we're going to go up here, tired, or we're going to put still. Checking. Bank account. So now what did we just do? Let me show you what we just did, okay?
So instead of robbing Peter to PayPal, checking your bank account every time your comment impact, and we'll provide you.
So you guys see what we just did, right? Now we're gonna take the yellow. We're not gonna work hard. We're gonna take the yellow square and duplicate it. So we're gonna go here. I gotta move it out the way, and we're gonna duplicate that. We're gonna move the wording back in there. We can always hit the back. So we're gonna move the wording back in there, right? And now we're gonna cut this, line this up, come back to the intersection, and then we're gonna paste it. We're gonna line it up, and now we're gonna work on our comment impact. So we're gonna go in here and do duplicate, cut. Remember, we're not working hard here. We're working smart. And then we're gonna paste it. And where did it go? Let me make sure. Oh, I see what happened. We want to stretch it to the entire one, right? So now that's what happened. It was only half, and I was like, where did it go? All right, so we go here, and we're gonna put here comment impact, right? So that's your call to action. We're gonna duplicate this and go right here and put impact, and we're gonna turn this one black so they can see it. But we're gonna take the shadow out. Do you think they might notice that?
Yep, they're gonna notice.
We're going to copy this and then we're going to emphasize, right? So if we go in here, what do we need to emphasize? The word tired, tired, right? So we're going to paste this and we're going to put tired. Actually, we're going to capitalize tired. And then we go in here, we're going to capitalize tired, right? And then we're going to put tired right over it, just like that. All right. Which word we need to emphasize here? Hold on. Oh, what happened? So tired. Oh, I see. We're supposed to duplicate, not copy paste. Yeah, we want to duplicate. All right. So we're going to duplicate. All right. So we're going to take this. We're going to duplicate this. Let's see. We're going to go to this scene right here and we're going to paste it. So now it won't change it. And we're going to put tired and we're going to go right here. Boom, just like that. And then we're going to duplicate it again. We're going to cut it and then we're going to go to the second half. Take this one. We're going to paste it and we're going to capitalize still. Capitalize still. And then we're going to go right here.
We'll duplicate.
You're not changing everything. If you copy it, it's still the same thing. So when you change one, it changes all. Okay. So you always want to duplicate, right? So now you can see here, if we go to this part, it'll say, hold on, why is it? Okay, hold on. We duplicated it, right? We duplicated it. Let me make sure that it's, hold on. We're going to go here. Okay. Let's see. Let's play it. We'll play it.
Freedom. So if you're tired of robbing Peter to PayPal, checking your bank account every time you make a comment impact, we'll provide you full access to this.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go back here. Worst case scenario. So we're gonna take this out and we're gonna paste and let's see what I did here. Oh, it's still okay. So we're gonna just do this. We're gonna duplicate this. We know it's a whole different thing. We're gonna go ahead and take this out. It's a whole new one. We're gonna make this black. We're gonna take this shadow out and then go ahead and resize it. And we're just gonna bring that one right there. So at least we know that it's not gonna do it. Okay. Now we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna duplicate this.
Kim, can I ask you something?
Yes, go ahead.
Why don't you just select the first word and change the color?
I'm just trying to keep it simple at this point. We don't want to confuse the crowd. Just do it this way for now. And we don't want to make the video too long either. So now, as you can see here, when I play this,
freedom. So if you're tired of robbing Peter to PayPal, checking your bank account every time you make a purchase, comment impact, and we'll provide you full access to this community that helped us and the blueprint included.
so let's do a quick recap, guys. We imported the video, cut out all the gaps, and made the video from 152 seconds to 125 seconds. That's how much gap was inside. We combined all the scenes together into one scene. We put the captions, and after we put the captions, we worked on the CTA. So this is what we've done for this video. So with that being said, we're gonna see you on the next video where we're gonna be working on the thumbnail, because the thumbnail is a whole project of its own. You're gonna have to pay attention because that thumbnail is what stops the scroll. And we're gonna go more into details. So with that being said, y'all have a good day, and we're gonna call it here for this one.